hot chocolate was not always this smooth. This magical elixir dates back to at least the time of the Mayan, who created a frothy and bitter drink from the cacao seeds. When the Mayan were conquered by the Aztecs, the conquerors took cacao beans as their tax, and it became a currency. Under the Aztecs, drinks from cacao became even more luxurious, flavored with chili pepper, allspice, vanilla, and honey. And symbolically of both cultures, which had a history of human sacrifice, the drink was mixed with achiote, an early food dye which turned the drink a blood red, to the horror of the Spanish, who would later arrive. At least one missionary described the drink as loathsome, with an unpleasant scum. However, the Spanish conquered the Aztecs, but the cacao conquered the Spanish nobles, who replaced honey with sugar and began drinking this beverage hot. In honor of these early traditions, we infuse milk with cinnamon, vanilla, and a touch of chili pepper, flavors that echo those ancient preparations. Let the ingredients simmer together for at least 5 minutes so that the spices can bloom. Our infused milk is ready. We return to the essentials, dark chocolate and cocoa powder, just as Europeans would have done in the 17th and 18th centuries, after chocolate began its continental journey. We pour in the spiced milk slowly. I melt our chocolate in a double boiler. Historical European kitchens relied on this method because it melts chocolate gently, preventing burning. By the 17th century, a drinking chocolate had arrived in European chocolate houses, adding ingredients like jasmine and musk, and eventually milk. And now for a twist, a splash of Cointreau, which brings an elegant citrus note. You can also use Grand Marnier, Triple Sec, any orange liquor inspired by the citrus perfumes popular in European courts. We serve our hot chocolate in a glass, decorated with edible gold leaf. A dramatic flourish, yes, but historically fitting. In royal Europe, chocolate was considered a luxury, even an aphrodisiac, and was famously called the drink of the gods. By making the Italian hot chocolate of today, Cioccolata Calda, we can rediscover the 17th century European hot chocolate, which was made with crushed cocoa beans and milk. Cocoa beans contain both the butter and powder that would eventually be isolated from each other starting in 1828 by a Dutch chemist, paving the way for cocoa powder and delicious barred chocolate. But back to making the Italian hot chocolate. For the best flavor, choose a cocoa powder that says it has been treated with a broma process. This cocoa is also called alkalized or Dutch processed. This treatment reduces the acidity of cocoa powder, making it less bitter. It also reduces the caffeine content of the cocoa. We begin by heating the milk, almost to a simmer. Once the chocolate and cocoa begin to melt together, we add the hot milk, which accelerates the process. Finally, a couple tablespoons of sugar, and we switch to a whisk to bring everything to a smooth, glossy consistency. By combining solid chocolate and cocoa powder, we produce a thick, luxurious beverage, very close to the earliest European drinking chocolates that emerged in the 1600s. The chocolate coats the spoon beautifully. Pure decadence. We finish with a touch of whipped cream and a sprinkle of cocoa nibs from the Ecuadorian Nacional cacao variety, one of the world's oldest. Give these historically inspired hot chocolate recipes a try, and let us know in the comments how you make your hot chocolate at home. Don't forget to subscribe for more recipes, and click the bell so that you never miss an episode.